Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Jungle Book from 1967, the original animated film. I have seen this movie before. I think I saw it a few times when I was younger, and there are parts of it that I did remember, but I wasn't fully clear as to the entire film in terms of like the sequence of events of what happened. I mostly just remembered little moments in the end, but most of this movie was experiencing it for the first time almost, and I thought the animation looked great, especially for the time. And I don't really have many films to compare it to that came out around this time as far as the animation is concerned, but I thought it looked good for 1967. And the voice acting was mostly great. I really enjoyed the performances and what they brought to these characters. Like Baloo, he was my favorite character. He's so much fun for me. And Bagheera, I like his character a lot. I keep forgetting his name, but I do like his character. And Shere Khan, awesome villain in this film as well. And there are little bits of comedy that I did enjoy. There's fun little moments to be had in this movie. And I liked where things went, and I was entertained throughout the short runtime. It's not even 90 minutes, it's like 75 minutes or something. I thought the pacing was pretty quick, and it did not waste 1 minute of it that runtime, I felt. Even if there isn't really much of a plot, which there is, kind of, it's just that Mowgli has to get out of the jungle because Shere Khan is going to kill him if we don't do that. But most of the movie is not trying to escape the jungle. It's mostly just Mowgli walking around the jungle and meeting all these different characters and experiencing this life that he wants to live. He doesn't want to escape the jungle because he loves it, and he wants to experience it because he's been there his whole life. And I thought part of the reason why he felt like the jungle was his home is because he was raised by wolves, and he was always protected by them. And because of this, I felt as though part of the reason why he wants to stay in the jungle and why he kind of views that as his home is because that's where his family is, I guess. And also they protected him his whole life. And I was thinking, okay, now that he doesn't have that protection anymore, how's he going to deal with this? And they touch on this a little bit, but they don't really dive into it all that much. Sure, there are consequences, and there are plenty of moments where Mowgli is in danger, but for the most part, you don't really get a great sense as to the dangers of Mowgli being in the jungle all by himself with no protection. It's in there, it just doesn't really feel like it's impacting the character all that much, which is kind of where I have my issues with this movie. And Mowgli was my least favorite character out of all the characters in the movie. He was just the character I was invested in the least. And I also wasn't really big on the performance. I just didn't feel as though much was being added to his performance. The voice sounded like a kid for sure, but unfortunately I just wasn't taking away much from the performance, unfortunately. It just wasn't adding anything to the film, in my opinion. This movie is also a musical, and I personally didn't really feel as though the songs did much for the film. I just found them to be kind of forgettable. And there are parts of this movie where it kind of got pretty repetitive, like, Mowgli, we need to get you out of the jungle. Mowgli, let's get you out of the jungle. That stuff I felt either could have been toned down or explored more carefully and have you go through these complex ideas, but unfortunately the film doesn't do either of those. It just repeats itself over and over and over, and I'm like, we could have done more with this. There were also some odd conveniences in this movie that kind of bugged me. I don't know why they need to be in the movie, and also the whole second act low point felt rushed to me. I just didn't feel as though it was earned at all. But one last thing that I'll mention about this movie that I do love is how Shere Khan was presented on screen. I love the performance and also what they do with his character, how they present him. Loved all of that. I thought it was great. And that's about all I have to say about The Jungle Book in 1967. It was decent. I enjoyed it. It was fun. but it's not a movie that I will be rushing back to anytime soon. But I would still recommend that you check it out. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The Jungle Book a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Jungle Book, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Spy Who Loved Me. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.